Coming in, Clever. Today we got some Black Cape. Alright, the war that erased the mutants. X-Men type beat. Now, I'm not gonna lie. As a Marvel fan, I'm much more on the Avengers side of like the faction list. Out of all the factions, I pay attention more to the Avengers. So I'm not too well versed in the X-Men. I know some stuff. I know some lore from the comics. Alright. But this is gonna be like I'm using this as a way to see if I should get into the X-Men comics. If I think I should start, reading the comics or picking them up or like watching more of their shows, I'll do that. For right now, this is gonna be my introduction to whether or not I should really be, on that X-Men stuff or not. Let's get into it.
So the scene opens in New York with a bunch of mutants being transferred to Sentinel concentration camps. They've all been...
Wow! Listen, I know the basics of mutants being, racially, you know what I'm trying to say, but Holocaust type beat in the future is crazy. I ain't
marked with these big ass M's just in case they try to blend in with the humans.
Wow. They got tags that they did with
not you, Seamus.
And this place is insane. The amount of dead mutants everywhere is crazy. The Sentinels have been packing them up, and I guess the spliff is straight gas. These robots are literally moving like this.
That's diabolical.
We cut over to Moscow and a group of Sentinels pull up on some free mutants. They drill straight through the wall, so everyone already knows this is about to pop off. The mutants get straight to business. Blink is out here opening and closing portals like it's nothing. Bishop's blasting them with his energy, and Iceman is freezing these fools solid. And at this point, the mutants are up 20 in the first half.
Okay.
But here's the thing, Golden State were up 3-1 in the finals, and what happened?
LeBron.
The Sentinels started adapting. The one fighting Sunspot turns into ice, and the one fighting Iceman turns into fire.
Okay, I do remember from a bit from the X-Men that, I don't lie, like these Sentinels are the only X-Men enemy I'm really aware of, because like I said, I'm not too deep into it. But I do at least know that they do adapt and change. I ain't gonna hold you. The second y'all told me a Sentinel, not a Sentinel, a group of Sentinels were showing up, I'm quitting. Cause I'm not fighting the Sentinel. Look, bro, it don't matter what mutation I have, they gonna counter it. They're literally Maharaga with less time to evolve. All right, Doomsday, but like they don't gotta die to evolve type shit. But they got it.
They're all connected.
They got it.
Powers on the fly.
He became a better Colossus. He became a better Colossus.
Hit the Undertaker, straight choke out, but Iceman got it the worst. He got his neck snapped, then stepped on.
Wow.
Like we're not even 2 minutes into the movie, and they did this guy the worst way. Colossus gets a 2-piece that sends him straight to Valhalla. Then Bishop and Kitty sprint into the room trying to go back in time to warn themselves. As Kitty's working on that time machine, the Sentinels finally figure out Blink's portal powers, putting a sword right through her back.
Okay, side comment. I do like how the Sentinels, like how they adapt to like non-traditional powers. Like for Colossus doesn't, his mutation isn't a obvious mutation to counter. So the Sentinel just became a better version of Colossus. And for the Portal Girl, they didn't make any anti-portal powers for themselves. They just figured out her timing and where she portals at, and then they just okay.
Now there was only one left protecting the door, Warpath. And you can see it in his eyes. He knew he was cooked. Bro gets blasted right at the door, straight burnt chicken.
Wow.
They finally melt the door down and make it through. And just in the nick of time, Kitty and Bishop get sent back.
Fight! You ain't gonna get these back!
So now we're in China in the present day and Charles finds them. The X-Men get off the jet and wait. Oh my god, is that?
Holly Berry.
Must stay focused, brothers. We must stay focused.
My fault, guys, got carried away. So yeah, Storm, Charles, Logan, and Magneto roll up. Their mission, stop the invention of the Sentinels back in the 70s. Raven figures out Bolivar Trask was straight up killing mutants and using their gifts as weapons against them. It's 1973, post-Vietnam War, and she straight up tracks him down. She kills him and had that beam straight to his head. But here's the thing, killing Trask didn't stop the government. It just pushed them to take his mutant research more seriously. They captured her, tortured her, and experimented on her. And in her DNA, they discovered the secrets of her...
Wait. How did the mutant, right? That can turn into anybody, look like anybody, get captured. She should be doing elite level Where's Waldo. Like, how did she, okay.
Powers, how she could evolve and adapt. Fast forward 50 years and that's how they created the first Sentinel.
So you were just killing mutants for your research?
Of that I'm innocent.
But trust, we got all the receipts.
I did not do it.
He definitely did that shit. So now Charles wants to go back 50 years to stop Raven from ever killing Trask. But Kitty tells him straight, if he went back that far, he'll probably die. They needed someone else, someone from down under. Yeah, Logan. So they put him on the stone and everyone else protects the walls. Kitty flips the switch on the time machine and Logan's mind gets sent back to 1973. And my boy wakes up in bed with his boss's daughter.
This motherfucker don't miss.
I will never understand how Wolverine begin these has. Like, bro, like this short midget, this short hairy midget at that, beginning all these women. It gotta be because he's strong. It gotta be because bro is just built. He's literally built different. It gotta be that. It gotta be.
No, he's fucking good. That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He gets up and gets changed, and then 3 dudes walk in. The girl dips out the room, and they just start threatening Wolverine, talking about he shouldn't be messing with the boss's daughter. And Logan just like, hey, someone gotta give her. The claws come out, and it's funny because he was expecting the adamantium ones, but nah, this is the past. It's straight bones. They start lighting him up, but it's like per usual. He eats all those bullets like look at them, they're frozen, shocked, looking like they just seen the Holy Ghost. Mink, bow, backhand. This one here gets a claw right through the neck, and then this idiot shoots him again. Like we already been through this.
I ain't gonna lie, I genuinely hate people when they shoot at characters that they seen bullets don't work on. Like, I understand y'all like like trying to blick him down when the claws came out instead of running. You're like, okay, but a gun's a gun. Bop, 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 bop. Okay, that's when y'all just leave. Like, after y'all empty 3 guns and he just like that should have been y'all sign to at least try to get out of there. But you know, these NPCs don't think like that, right? Straight bots, straight villagers. They're kind of brain dead for some reason.
Bullets don't work. He gets shanked through the shoulder. Logan grabs the car keys, and now there's 3 dead bodies in the hotel. Tough. And yeah, you already know it's the 70s. Everyone's dressed wild, mustaches, open button-up shirts with chest hair. They were on some shit back then. Anyways, Logan has to find Charles. And where else would you look? The school for the gifted. Logan pulls up and something feels off. The signs on the ground, weeds everywhere. The place looks like it's damn near abandoned. The door opens and it's Hank McCoy. And this version of Wolverine has never seen Hank in human form. So my boy is shocked. Logan's like, wait, you're Beast? Hank
Oh, that's Beast. Okay. Because I do know Beast is on some like Bruce Banner type timing, minus the rage. Because both of them are highly intelligent and both of them have, you know, power forms. Hulk, Beast, you get it. Except Hulk is way better though. Hulk is way better.
Hank starts acting clueless, not knowing Logan's from the future. He forces his way inside trying to find Xavier, but Hank's not letting Wolverine roam around. So yeah, he gets minked in the face.
Minky!
And Hank did not like that. Bro transforms into the Beast real quick. They scrap for a bit, then Charles pulls up with a Johnny Walker in his hands, looking like he had a bender last night. Oh, and he's walking.
What the fuck?
Logan tells Charles he's from the future, and Charles didn't believe him, so he had to tell him some shit only he knows.
Who told you that?
He tells Charles that he came back to stop Raven because she's the one who sparks the fall of mutants. And at first, Charles wants nothing to do with it, especially when Logan says he gonna need Magneto's help as well. To Charles, that's like saying I want SGA to drop 30 points without going to the free throw line. Like, bro, that shit comes with the package.
Fuck off. Listen to me, you little shit.
Nah, real spill. Nah, hold on. Nah, I feel that. Cause imagine doing so much to keep your people alive. You go back in time and try to reconnect with your past peoples to have them help you save the future, and they're just bent on not helping you purely because of beef with somebody else. I'd be bad too. Like, bro, are you stupid? Are you not fathoming what I'm telling you right now, bro? Are you dumb? Are you stupid? Are you dumb? Like, valid crash, valid crash out.
Now why'd he grab him like that? Charles just tells him he's not interested and walks off. And yeah, he wasn't the same man anymore. My guy lost everything. Raven, Eric, his legs. And on top of all that, all his students got drafted into the Vietnam War. Hank even created this serum for him, something to shut off his telepathic powers, and that was helping him cope a little bit, so he wouldn't have to relive the past every day. And yeah, it works. It heals the spinal damage and gives him his legs back, but at what cost? Charles was really going through it. Still though, he loved Raven way too much. They grew up together, that bond never left, and that's what finally makes him help Logan. So now they've got one last piece to grab, Eric. But here's the problem, Eric is locked under the most secured prison on the planet. 100 floors underground, nothing but concrete and sand. No metal at all, because apparently he killed JFK.
What? 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 Alright.
So the government pulled up with a few choppers, captured him, put him in a Nike tech, and locked his ass up.
The Nike tech because of the... And you showed the guy they captured and brought back to the U.S. too.
Pulled up with a few choppers, captured him, put him in a Nike tech, and locked his ass up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
Lock him up.
But now they need a way to break him out of prison. No Schofield. While all this is happening, Trask is in a Senate meeting with the US government trying to secure funding for his new robotic weapons, Sentinels, which he claims will stop mutants before they take over humanity. Trask frames it as natural selection. The most dominant species survives, adapts, and thrives, while everyone else gets pushed out the way and eventually wiped out. In his mind, humans either evolve to destroy them or they'll go extinct. But
my thing is that whole argument was always kind of stupid to me because first of all, I say this a lot. It's never been a smart idea to poke a creature that's way stronger than you. Like you're threatening the population that can wipe out the other your half of the population, like that. If they really wanted to. Number two, how the military like puts out mutant propaganda. They talk about like mutants are trying to like take over the world. When in reality, it's more like over time, more mutants will be born than regular people. To where there's only mutants left. Like they're acting like humans are just gonna get erased. Like no, it's just like they're gonna be like more mutants are gonna be born. All right, it's not like it's not a hostile takeover. It's just humans evolving. For some reason, they got a problem with humans evolving to become greater beings. Like I guess.
Court. Anyway, destroy them or they'll go extinct. But as we all know, he never does well in court. Anyways, we cut over to Saigon to a military camp with a bunch of mutants in quarantine. They all lined up ready to get shipped off to Trask Industries for testing. These might be the ugliest mutants I've ever seen. Spikes coming out of your head? Nah, that's crazy work. And this dude right here, I don't even have to say much. Just look at him. But here's the twist. The guy running the place, yeah, he's not a real colonel. It's Mystique in disguise.
Oh.
As soon as she starts reading the paperwork, she realizes these mutants are about to be test objects, like animals. So she's like, nah, F that, y'all going home. She switches back to her blue Navi form, pulls out the belt, and starts...
Avatar? That was a good one. I know Navi, okay. I like that one.
Belting ass. One to the throat, get your ass back. Even he's like, damn. This dude tries rushing in only to get kicked in the jaw so hard. He completely turned around like someone called his name. But she wasn't done. She must have been watching Mighty Mouse before this because she pulls her arm by mid-air. Even Joe Rogan's impressed. The other mutants jump in and start dropping the rest of the soldiers. Got them throwing up and then passing out.
Wow.
Some diddler ass powers. Raven was about to catch a body, but Lucas pops the soldier back, high key saving his life. And yeah, Raven was different now. At this particular time, she was moving like Vaughn.
I broke the rule, cause this bitch a witness, plus I just popped through it. She ain't
They all pile into the chopper and dip, but not Raven.
I still play with that song. That song, I can show you right now. That song is still in my playlist, by the way.
Her job wasn't finished.
Job's not finished. Job finished?
Job finished?
Charles, Hank, and Logan all pull up to Peter Maximoff's house. Yeah, Mr. Speedy Gonzalez. He was the key to breaking Eric out of prison. And he's childish, so they didn't really have to do much convincing to get him on board. So yeah, they all pull up to the Pentagon. Hank misses with the security cameras for a few seconds. Then Pete zooms into the elevator, jacks the guard for his uniform, and just like that, he slips inside. They were really out here giving Eric the Tai Lung treatment. Like, look at his number, 001. He's the only prisoner.
No way! Bro's the only prisoner? I ain't gonna lie, that is certified Talon treatment. Do you know how much of a menace you gotta be to be the only person in a prison? That means that prison was made just for you. Specifically just for, I ain't gonna lie, bro. That's funny. Also, it was smart of them to recruit a speedster. The speedsters are just so OP. Literally, Wolverine just needed the speedster. Granted, it was a good idea to get the mind person and Beast, you know, the smart guy, but just having a speedster just makes everything way easier. I'm just saying.
Only one locked in this facility. Peter slides down a little note on the food saying, mind the glass, and then does the Barry Allen special. He breaks the glass and the alarms start going crazy.
And 20 guards will be here to shoot us.
I know.
Pete just grabs Eric by the neck, they zoom past everyone, had them all in the air. And when they get back in the elevator, he really taped this guy to the wall with duct tape.
You're a victim.
Meanwhile, Charles is trying to evacuate the kitchen. But without his powers, Logan just realizes this guy's useless. So he's like, F that. He grabs the frying pan, smacks him right in the kneecap, one to the face, then tosses this guy right away.
Oh, I'm sorry. Were you finished?
Wolverine was trained by a Hispanic mom. Or Asian mom. Both of them really work for the situation. But yeah, Charles without his powers is just a regular human. Not sure why he brought him along. I thought that was kind of obvious that he's just a regular human without his powers, but
Charles opens the door, and as soon as he sees Eric,
Mink!
Yeah, he's been waiting a long time to do that. A bunch of guards storm the room and Eric tells Charles to freeze them, not realizing Charles doesn't have his powers. So Eric's like, fine, I'll do it myself. He starts lifting everything in the kitchen, about to wipe everyone out. And then Peter casually just puts on his headphones, slides his goggles on, and we get one of the most iconic speedster scenes ever. Bro is out here moving bullets, putting guards in positions to knock themselves out. And
oh, that's hard. Oh, that's tough. That's tough. But then if this is how he was moving when he was younger, how do they justify him during the Avengers movie? Because that's horrendous work. Plot, I guess.
I mean, who doesn't love this scene? It's like the perfect way to see from his point of view. And yeah, just like that, everyone falls down, knocks themselves out, and they're free. Free at last.
Home free!
Home free!
Home free! Home free! Let go!
So yeah, we flip over to Paris and the Vietnamese general is turning up, drinking and trying to crack a snow bunny. And yeah, he thought he found one. So yeah, they go to the back room, then Raven switches back to Natiri. And I guess the general was thrown off by the color. And shit, he must not know. There's something about the blue pum pum that we don't know about. That shit out here changing people's lives. Like for real, he had Jake Sully forgetting he's human, Spider thinking he's a real Navi, and the Colonel literally the biggest Navi hater. Even calling them blue monkeys. But after that new fire chick let him have some, nigga painted his face red and was ready to go to war about it.
I haven't watched any of the Avatar movies after the first one, so if that's how they was moving, that Navi Pum Pum must be crazy. It has to be. Like, honestly, like the movie is so it's so good at making you forget they're betraying their own people. Like, they're so good at making you forget they're betraying. The humans are literally betraying their own people.
And listen, I'm just saying, if 1 + 1 is 2, shh. So Raven checks the general out with her feet, knocking him out cold. Then she takes the invitation letter and yeah, it was up. Charles and Logan finally tell Eric what really happens in the future, and yeah, it turns out everything Eric ever fought for was true. He was right. So they all agree to stop Raven before she kills Trask. We cut to Trask giving a whole presentation showing off his new creations, the Sentinels. Then he pulls out this little scanner device that can detect mutants nearby. And guess what? That thing started beating immediately. And just like that,
hey, that face, hey, that facial change was absolutely hilarious. He said, wait, what? The boy said, hold on now.
Can detect mutants nearby. And guess what? That thing started beating
he said,
immediately.
What? He
and
said,
just
what?
like that, they spot out Raven. Everyone jumps her and tries to restrain her. But let's be real, that never works when it comes to her. Knee to the head, kick to the nuts, get him out of here. Stupid. And where do you think you're going? All the other generals quickly run out the room. They're like, F this, we got countries to run. Raven gets on the table and hits this you got serve-as move, puts this guy in a leg choke, and then she started hiding behind this fool so she doesn't get shot. But you know, my boy was taking too long to pull the trigger, so she's like, F this, jumped up and made this guy.
What was that technique? That Baki ass form. What was, bro, that Kenyan Ashura technique? What was that technique I just seen?
get shot. But you know, my boy was taking too long to pull the trigger, so she's like, F this, jumped up and moved this guy right across the table.
Had that man
Even
stranded
Trust
like
was
a Beyblade.
Damn, that kick alone gonna have him wearing one of these for the rest of his life.
Nah,
Striker
facts.
loses her for a second, then boom, she slide
watch
tackles
your
him
feet.
and snatches his gun. And now Trust is cornered. She's about to pull the trigger, and of course, that's when everyone shows up, just in time. And this part is kind of wild. Logan went back 50
They was walking. They was walking like, once y'all in an emergency, like, look.
Of course, that's when everyone.
They're walking in. Why were they not hauling? Why were they not hauling?
Shows up just in time. And this part is kind of wild. Logan went back 50 years for this exact moment. Like, am I tripping? Or if she pulled that trigger 1 second earlier, the whole trip would have been useless. They should have been there an hour early. But hey, time travel. Striker pulls out the taser and drops Raven, but Eric just puts that taser right back to his throat. Had his ass on the ground shaking like a dead roach. But here's the thing, that dead roach ended up messing with Logan's head, giving him flashbacks of the past, them dark days. He collapses to the wall, then Eric grabs the gun, ready to end Raven right there, because in his mind, if she dies, the Sentinels are never born. Raven gets up and hits the legs, but Eric pulls the trigger, and as soon as she jumps out the window, the bullet curves midair and hits her right in the leg.
That man curved the bullet like wanted. Curved the bullet on him like wanted. Granted, that makes sense. It's Magneto. But that level of accuracy is nice, though. That level of accuracy was insane.
Classic Magneto, always messing everything up. And at this exact moment, Logan snaps back to his usual self, the one who's actually living in this world. And now he's completely lost, bugging hard. He's like, how the hell did I get here? And who are you people? And that wasn't it. The future one was tripping on the stone as well. He even scratches Kitty right in the leg. Woo. Damn. And while everyone was distracted, Tross was like, this will probably be a good time to go. And he gaps it through the door. Eric drops down while Raven is trying to disguise as the Jackson 5. But Eric wasn't letting her get away. He pulls her back using the bullet stuck inside her leg. Nah, this gotta be the worst pain imaginable.
That's crazy.
He rips the bullet right out. But just before he can do anything, Beast tackles him to the ground, picks him up and body slams him right into the water. Then stops.
That technique was insane. Run that back. You know what's funny? I know that there's 3 blue mutants in the main X-Men cast: Mystique, Nightcrawler, and Beast. Why are there 3 blue niggas? Why? I realize, like, based on how this movie been going, I might need to pick up X-Men. I might need to observe X-Men.
Before he can do anything, Beast tackles him to the ground, picks him up and body slams him right into
That's
the water.
crazy.
Then stops drowning.
Yeah,
And man, this gave me
spin.
flashbacks of my older cousins doing this to me at the pools. That shit was really traumatizing. But now I'm like kind of way taller than them, so should I spin back?
So I spin back. I mean, shoot, man, go ahead, bro. I ain't gonna stop you.
Anyways, Magneto starts doing what Magneto does. He starts pulling all the metal towards him. And yeah, his powers are literally too OP. Raven gets out of there immediately. Then Eric pulls Hank off him. Had that boy crucified. He eats the police back looking for Raven. But I mean, she can turn into anyone, so she was gone. Logan finally...
That was a smart tech. She changed to an old man to explain the limp. That's smart, because Magneto clearly figured out who she was because she was limping. So she changed to an old person, so it's like, oh, I'm old, I can limp type beat.
He snaps back to his future self, and now the whole incident is on every news channel. And that's when the president steps back in and gives Truss exactly what he wanted: full funding. Turns out Truss already had 8 Sentinel prototypes ready to go. Meanwhile, Eric is looking for Raven, but she finds him disguised as a homeless man. Having Raven's powers would be way too fun. Like, you can just catch anyone lacking. I mean, if I had these powers, Lord knows what I would be doing.
Crazy.
Eric tells her future, how she becomes the key figure in the fall of mutants. And this was the scariest part. Even though they didn't capture her, they already got her DNA from the blood on that bullet. And when Eric saw the forensics have that in their possession, he was not trying to wait. He wanted to strike now while the mutants still had the upper hand. Others make it back to the school and Charles starts losing his ability to walk again. The voices in his head started creeping back, but he didn't want that. Hank goes and grabs the serum, but Logan stops him. He's like, we don't need your legs. We need that mind. And I guess that was motivation, because Charles puts it back down. They carry him back to his office, open the closet, and there it is. The infamous wheelchair. Chow heads into Cerebro, the room that turns his mind into the worldwide radar. He hasn't been in there in years. Even the helmet's dusty. Charles puts the helmet on and instantly the voices hit. And it's way too loud. too much, had all the glass shattering. That thing dragged him back to a dark place, a place he never wanted to visit again. He rips the helmet off and says he can't do it, and that this was all a mistake. Then Logan steps in and tells him the truth. He was the one that was meant to go back in time. Logan only did it because Charles' body wouldn't survive the trip. Then Logan lets Charles look into his mind, and Charles sees everything. Logan's whole life, every war, every loss, every ounce of pain, all the way up to the present day. And that's when Charles meets his future self. Yeah, and his first thoughts was, damn, I really become Humpty Dumpty? The future Charles looks at him and was like, yo, stop being a pussy, yo. Lock in. Pain ain't that deep.
I ain't gonna lie, like, yo, future self basically telling you to stop being a bitch and lock in is actually funny to me. Like, like if future self is talking to you in the past, like, hey, bro, lock in, bro. Come on, bro. Lock in, bro. You being a bitch. Being a pud. Lock in, big dog. Come on,
nigga.
And just like that, Professor X was back. Charles finally finds Raven and starts speaking to her through random people in the crowd. But Raven is way too hard-headed. She's locked in, still determined to kill Trask. So Charles takes it a step further and appears right in front of her. Still nothing. She was determined, no talking her down. So they needed another angle. That's when Eric makes his move. He tracks down the train carrying the Sentinel prototypes and rips the metal rail straight out from under it. He pulls the metal towards them and uses it to infiltrate the Sentinels themselves. He sabotages them from the inside, turning their own bodies into weapons before they even realize what's happening. Right after that, Eric slides.
That's smart. Because the Sentinels are metal, but no, I realized that they had to make the Sentinels immune to like magnetism. Otherwise, Magneto would just be able to destroy all of them by itself. So him doing this is actually pretty funny.
Back into the Pentagon with ball bearings in his hand. He drops both these guards, and this idiot tries to pick up the phone only to
Why?
Eric opens the vault, and there it is, the helmet. The moment he grabs it, you already know, shit just got real. Back in the present day, the Sentinels finally find the X-Men, so Magneto had to step outside to help the others hold them off. And yeah, these Sentinels came deep.
Oh, hell no! Hell no!
Charles, Logan, and Hank make it to the presidential speak, where Trask is showing off his new robots, talking about how they're about to serve humans and take down mutants. But after what Eric did to them, that plan is cooked. The Sentinels turn on and start lifting off. Charles finally locates Raven and freezes her right there, right as she's about to shoot Trask. You really out here making her play musical freeze. Let me go, Charles. Everything goes left. The Sentinels start firing into the crowd, people scatter, and it's total chaos. The president gets rushed down into the bunker, but it did not matter because Magneto pulls up with a whole stadium.
Huh? Listen, bro. If this is Magneto, and live action, then his comic counterpart gotta be way wilder. Cause listen, it's common fact that people in the comics are usually way stronger than like their animated counterparts or their live action counterparts. So bro is bringing a whole ass stadium. His comic counterpart got to be absolutely nuts, bro. Absolutely OP.
And drops it right around the White House,
and
cutting
drops
off everything coming in or out. And one of the bricks nearly takes out Charles.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
We cut back to the future and Storm flips the weather instantly, crashing the Sentinel ships out the sky. And you know them, they adapt and start flying right to them. So she then strikes Bishop with lightning, Blink opens a portal, and then Bishop starts dropping the Sentinels like flies.
Combos.
Blow.
Combos.
Magneto then grabs the X-Jet, plants it right in front of the Sentinel's flight path. Storm hits it with a little bit of lightning and then boom! That shit took out damn near all of them. Eric quickly stops the pieces from the explosion, but one of the pieces ended up stabbing him. I guess he was a little
So friendly fire. So Magneto in the future goes down to friendly fire. Yo, there's no way Magneto went down to friendly fire, bro.
too slow, too old, too rusty. He pulls it out, then one of the Sentinels jumps from behind and puts one right through Aurora.
Why are you distracted? You're surrounded by ops. You deserve that. Why are you looking away? Okay.
Killing her instantly. Damn. All of the fallen Sentinels start climbing back up. They threesome Bishop, giving him a little too much power for him to absorb, and then boom, he was gone. Eric was like, F this, and went back inside. Then these four had to hold it down. We jump back to the past, and Logan tries running up on Eric like he must not know who this is. He starts dodging and weaving a few things, only to get knocked out by a brick. Then Eric takes the metal bars out, only to put them right through him. And then he starts twisting it right inside Wolverine.
Yeah, that hurt.
Oh man,
Got hurt.
I can't even imagine the pain this guy's going through. Like, this literally got to be the top 2 worst pains he's ever felt. Like, look at his face. This is the same face women make during childbirth. Magneto then lifts him up and was like, "Get the hell out of here, little nigga."
Wow.
Eric then pulls the bunker straight out the ground and turns all the cameras on and starts dropping bars about the future. He talks about why humans fear mutants and how he understands their fear. But then he tells all the mutants all around the world they don't need to hide anymore. Bro was ready to assassinate everyone in that box on live TV. Meanwhile, in the future, the Sentinels are violating the 4 mutants left. They double team Colossus and rip him right apart.
Wow.
Turn that boy into a 1-for-2. Warpath gets his face completely fried. Sunspot was holding it down for a bit, but the Sentinels kept adapting. Look, he smacks the ground, then this one slices his arm off. He tries fighting back, but then right through his back. Nick was the only one left, but you can't win a fight with a defensive ass power. So they figure her out and put 3 swords in her. Now they're really running out of time. The Sentinels start blasting through the door. Iceman tries freezing it to hold them off, but time was not on their side. Raven pulls up disguised as the president on some kill me instead type timing, and as soon as Eric looks away, she whips out the gun and shoots him in the neck, then knocks his ass out cold. She turns back to finish Trask, but Charles just freezes everyone. He tells her she has the power to change the future, and I guess he still had faith in her. Back in the future, the Sentinels burn Iceman alive and finally break through the door, but then Raven drops the gun, and just like that, the future changes. The dark timeline, gone, like it never happened. Eric moves the metal on top of Charles, then everyone gets up and leaves, and Logan finally wakes up in a new timeline. The entire X-Men are alive, school is rebuilt, place is restored, and the only ones who actually know what went on is Logan and Charles.
That last bit was a lot of plot, I told you. Bro. bro. Is that how the mutants be getting done regularly? Like I ain't gonna lie. I might have to go pick up the X-Men storylines now. But I'm gonna get up out of here. Like, comment, subscribe, Black Cape. Great video as always. Link in the description down below. Until next time. Love y'all. Peace.